Welcome back into the workshop for a bit of a mea culpa. You do things, you think things through, you analyse and you measure it, and then proceed to get it wrong. Luckily, it's not actually much of an issue, and luckily, it just might be that I lucked in. I have made the previous video talking about how good and easy this approach is to drilling all the holes, which it is, because there's quite a few holes, and anything that can be made to help me in this regard, I appreciate. Yippee. Still say that. And it's nice and repeatable and accurate. Then I proceeded to do the next step by putting the proxy shelves in, these little strips here, because they're fixed in position on the dowels, so that I can then locate the guide for drilling the shelf support pins, which I'd made an earlier video saying about, I just about got that wrong. I better adjust my packer piece, which I did by 2 millimeters, because the center line of the pin, the etch itself, isn't necessarily at the center line of the shelf, which it wasn't. So I adjusted the packer accordingly, correctly, and then proceeded to drill the holes, and it was wrong. Still don't know why, but it was wrong. It's about 8, believe it or not, 8 millimeters. In other words, 4 millimeters out. So I'm just shaking my head, I don't know. So it's 61 mil space there, and about 69 there, so it's 8 mil difference. So I have to move the pin down 4 millimeters to get the shelf in the right position. Okay, that sounds good. Oops, hang on, don't fall over too much, Dave. Right, so we put that back in there. What is the gap that I've got? And the gap is about 8 millimeters. So if I move 4 millimeters down, sorry, you didn't see that, did you? So that gap is about 8 millimeters. Yeah, it's about 8 millimeters. So this rail needs to move that way 4 millimeters. Don't know how I've got this wrong, but let's just say I have. I could possibly just go back to using my original packer, which seems a little bit crazy. And something else cropped up. If I move this back 4 millimeters, the gap from the underneath side of the shelf support pin may get in the way. So what is that measurement? In fact, I'll just take this out, make life a little bit easier for myself. That measurement, I can't tell with that. Well, that's no good. That's one thing tape measure is no good at. It's letting me see what the measurement is right down at where the rivets and the end is. But there, it's about 5 millimeters. It's about a 5 millimeter gap. So if I move this down 4 millimeters, I'm going to run into the problem of, as I push my container into the shelf, it could well hit this. So moving it is probably not a good idea. Or do I move it only 2 millimeters? Yeah, that might actually, and that means just go, this is just crazy, going back to my original packer. Plug these holes, re-drill them, carry on. The other issue that I can help with where are we? Let's just put that down there. Is when I put the container over this side, it's a little bit tight. It fits, but it's, it hasn't got much wriggle room. In fact, it's got about 1 millimeter. So, however, I've got shelving, I've got material that could be used for shelving, which is 16 millimeters. So I straight away pick up 2 millimeters gap here. Yippee. So, does seem that our design prowess is a little bit wanting. And one of the things I'd made comment in the previous video is, those little unknowns can trip you up, and you've got to check. Luckily I did on this one. I was literally ready to start leapfrogging across and doing all those other shelf pin support holes. But I thought, hey, I'm enjoying myself so much. Let's just bask in the enjoyment of getting it accurate. What? It's not accurate at all, because I didn't allow for some of those issues. Centerline issue of the pin itself and the thickness of the pin. Yeah, so bloody hell, I was not happy. But I think if I just go back to using the 35mm spacer rather than the 37, that moves that 2 millimeters, gives me a little bit of wriggle room there. Still leaves me a little bit of space on the underneath side of the pin for this. I might be okay. Can't believe it. Anyway, there you go. Hope you bask. Well, not bask. I hope you enjoy my dilemma, my problem, the Schadenfreude. Enjoying the issues of, I think anyway, I know I'm bouncing around. I know that people have probably done the same thing, and they stand there, scratch their head and go, how did that happen? In fact, I'm watching a chap, Alex Steele, and he does steel forging, and he's restoring some power hammers, and some of the issues that he has had makes this just, it's like piddling in comparison. But it's the same principle. Do your best to do something, you expect the best to come from that. It's not always the case. So, and it turns out this way. Anyway, okay, I'll go away, plug the holes, glue them, and re-drill them in a day, later on today, and I'll carry on. But now that I know the issue, I better check it again, because, I'm thinking, I know what the problem is now. Here's the solution. Yeah, well, I better double check, hadn't I? Okie dokie. I'll see you in the next one. It'll be probably an update, hopefully, as I say in each of the videos, with more progress. Anyway. Right, see you later now. Bye.